Hey, welcome to Speak at Work. I'm Ash.
And I'm Sage. This is your calm place for real workplace English.
Sage, how was your morning?
Honestly, a little slow. I had a meeting at 9, but before it started, I just sat at my desk with my coffee. Quiet. No emails. Just quiet.
That sounds nice.
It was. I think everyone needs that. 2 or 3 minutes before the day begins. Just to breathe.
I try to do that too. But some mornings I walk in and someone is already asking me something before I even put my bag down.
Oh, I know that. You walk in. You're not ready. And someone says, "Did you see the email?" And you think, which email? I just got here.
Yes. Which email? I just arrived. So what do you say in that moment?
I say, let me just get settled and I'll come find you. Simple. Calm. No stress.
That's a good phrase. Let me just get settled. It means, give me a moment. I'm not ready yet. But it sounds professional.
Yes. It's not rude. It's calm. And most people understand.
Let's say it together. Slowly.
Let me just get settled.
Let me just get settled.
And I'll come find you.
Let me just get settled. And I'll come find you.
Good. You can use that phrase every morning at work.
So after your quiet coffee moment, the meeting at 9, how did it go?
Fine. It was a team check-in. Short. About 15 minutes.
What is a check-in for someone who doesn't know that word?
A check-in is a short team meeting. Everyone says what they are working on this week. Is there a problem? Do you need help? That's all.
So not a big meeting. Just a quick update.
Exactly. A quick update. Everyone speaks a little. The manager listens. Then you go back to work.
Do you find those useful?
Yes, when they're short. When the manager doesn't talk for 40 minutes and ask everyone to take notes.
The meeting that could have been an email.
Yes, that meeting. But when check-ins are short and focused, they help. You feel connected. You know what your team is doing.
Okay. Check in. Let me say it in a sentence.
Go ahead.
We have a quick check-in every Monday morning.
Perfect. Very natural. Now you try, just with a different ending.
The check-in only took 15 minutes today. That was great.
Good. 2 simple sentences. You can use either one tomorrow.
Sage, at your check-in this morning, did anything interesting come up?
Actually, yes. Our manager talked about speaking in meetings. She said some people feel nervous. They have ideas, but they stay quiet.
That's a very real thing.
It is. And she said something simple but strong. You don't have to say something perfect. You just have to say something.
That's powerful.
Because I think a lot of people, especially people speaking English at work when it's not their first language, they wait too long. They have an idea, but they don't speak because they're afraid it won't sound right.
And then the moment passes. Someone else says the same idea.
Yes, that happens. You think of something good. You wait. And it's gone.
So, just say something. Even if it's not perfect.
Right. Because in a work meeting, people are not listening for perfect grammar. They're listening for ideas.
Ideas first. Perfect English second.
Exactly. And if you make a small mistake, it's okay. People are not correcting your grammar in their head. They just want to understand what you mean.
Mistakes are normal. Every person at work makes them. Even people who speak English as their first language say the wrong word sometimes.
The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be understood.
Say that again. Slowly.
The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be understood.
One more time.
The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be understood.
Keep that. Especially on the days when speaking feels hard.
Okay, Ash. I want to talk about something from the news this week.
Go ahead.
There is a podcast getting a lot of attention. It's called 30 Real Life English Conversations Speak Fluently Without Thinking. And people are sharing it everywhere.
What is it about?
The idea is you learn English not from a textbook, not from grammar rules, but from real conversations. Things that people actually say every day.
That makes sense. Because real conversations are what you need at work.
Exactly. And the phrase that caught my attention, speak fluently without thinking. That's what everyone wants, right?
It sounds like a dream. But I think there's real truth in it.
There is. Because when you know a phrase very well, when you've heard it many times, you don't think about it. It just comes out.
Like when someone says, "How are you?" You don't stop and check your grammar. You just say, "I'm good, thanks." It's automatic.
That's the word. Automatic. When something is automatic, it happens by itself. Without extra effort.
At work, when you reply, "Sounds good," or "Got it," without thinking, that's automatic. That's fluency starting.
And it comes from hearing English many times. The brain stores the patterns. One day the words come out at the right moment. Naturally.
Let's look at the two words from this topic. Fluently and automatic.
Fluently means you speak smoothly, without stopping too much, without long pauses.
She spoke fluently in the meeting. Everyone understood her.
Or, I want to speak more fluently at work. Right now I stop too much.
Both sentences are things a real person at work might say or think.
Now automatic. Something automatic happens on its own. No extra effort.
Good morning, every day, automatic. Thank you for your email. In a reply, automatic after you've written it 100 times.
So the goal is fluent and automatic workplace English. And it comes from listening, from repeating, slowly, over time.
Let's try the phrase from the title together. Speak fluently without thinking.
Speak fluently without thinking.
Again, nice and slow.
Speak fluently without thinking.
Good. And here's a question for you listening right now. Have you ever said something at work in English, and it came out naturally, without planning it? Maybe just a small phrase. Sounds good. On it. Something automatic.
If you have, that's your fluency growing, even in small moments.
It grows without you always noticing. But it's growing.
Okay, let's talk about real conversations now. The ones that happen every day at work.
Let's start with the morning greeting. First conversation of the day.
You walk in. You see your coworker. What do you say?
Good morning. That's the simplest. Everyone knows it.
You can add a little more. Good morning. How was your weekend?
Or, morning. Busy day ahead?
I like that one. Busy day ahead? Short. Friendly. It shows you're thinking about the other person.
And they might say, "Yeah, I have a big meeting this afternoon." Or, "Not too bad. You?"
Simple. Back and forth. That's small talk.
And small talk matters at work. It builds the relationship. It's not about the words. It's about saying, "I see you." You're not just a name on a screen.
When coworkers feel connected, work goes better. People help each other more. People feel comfortable asking questions.
And it starts with two words. Good morning.
Let's do a short practice. Go ahead, Ash.
Good morning, Sage. How are you today?
Morning, Ash. A bit tired, but okay. You?
Not bad. Lots to finish this morning. But I'll get through it.
Huh. Same. See you at lunch?
Definitely.
That's a real morning conversation. No complicated words. No long sentences.
And the phrase, "I'll get through it," useful in many situations. It means there's a lot, but I will finish it.
It's a big project, but I'll get through it. Or the deadline is tight, but I'll get through it.
It sounds calm, confident, not panicked.
Right. You're telling yourself and the other person, I can handle this.
Okay. Next conversation. Asking for help.
This one makes people nervous at work
Why?
because they think if I ask, my manager will think I don't know what I'm doing. My coworker will think I'm slow.
But asking for help is actually a sign of a good employee.
It shows you care about getting it right. You don't want to waste time doing something the wrong way.
So how do you ask in a way that sounds confident?
One phrase, could I get your input on something? Input means your thoughts, your advice.
That sounds professional. Not like you're lost. Like you're checking with someone who knows.
Yes. And the other person feels good. You're asking for their knowledge.
Another one. Can I ask you something quickly? Simple. Friendly. Easy to say.
Most coworkers will say yes right away.
Let's practice. Sage, can I ask you something quickly?
Of course. What's up?
I'm not sure how to write this email to the client. I know what I want to say, but the words aren't coming.
Sure. Show me what you have and we'll fix it together.
Thank you. I just didn't want to send something that sounds wrong.
No problem at all. That's what we're here for.
Easy. Warm. Natural. And asking for help made both people feel good.
The one asking felt less stressed. The one helping felt useful.
Win-win.
Win-win. You'll hear that at work. It means everyone benefits. Everyone gets something good.
This new plan is a win-win. The client is happy, and we have more time.
Or let's find a solution that's win-win for both teams.
Good. Now, giving an update to your manager.
This makes people nervous too.
Why?
They think the manager wants a long explanation. Details. Numbers. Everything.
But most managers want the opposite.
They're busy. They want short updates. This is done. This is in progress. This is the problem. This is my plan.
Structure. Simple structure.
One phrase to start, just to give you a quick update. That's it. Then you say the main point.
Just to give you a quick update, I finished a report this morning and sent it to the client.
Say that phrase with me.
Just to give you a quick update.
Just to give you a quick update.
One more time.
Just to give you a quick update.
Good. You can use that with your manager, with a coworker, even in an email.
Just to give you a quick update, the meeting has moved to Thursday.
Short, clear, professional. Let's do a short practice. You be the manager.
Okay, I'm the manager.
Just to give you a quick update, I finished the first part of the project. I'm working on the second part now. Everything should be ready by Friday.
Good. Any problems I should know about?
One small thing. I'm waiting for some information from the design team. But I already messaged them. I think it will be fine.
Okay, keep me posted.
Will do.
Keep me posted. That means continue to update me. Tell me what happens as things change.
Keep me posted on the deadline situation. Or, I'll keep you posted as I get more information.
And we'll do short for I will do that. Professional. No extra words needed.
I like short answers in English. They sound natural.
They do. Real workplace conversations use short answers a lot. Let's go through the most useful ones.
Sounds good. I agree. I'm okay with that.
Got it. I understand. I heard you.
On it. I'm already doing it. I've started.
Will do. I will do what you asked.
Noted. I received your information. I'll remember it.
Absolutely. Strong yes. Very professional.
6 phrases. All usable every day. In person. In emails. In messages.
And they all sound natural. Not too formal. Not too casual.
Which one do you use most, Sage?
Probably sounds good. I say it without even thinking now.
That's the automatic stage. You don't plan it. It just comes.
If you take only one phrase from today, make it sounds good. It works in almost every situation.
Sounds good. Easy. Safe. Immediate.
Ash, can I bring up something a bit personal?
Of course. Go ahead.
When you first started working in English, did you feel scared to speak?
Yes. A lot. I used to write out what I wanted to say before I said it. Rehearse in my head. Okay, I'll say this, then this, then this.
And then?
Then the conversation went in a different direction, and none of my prepared sentences worked.
Huh. Yes, that happens.
And I just froze. Just stood there. Nodding.
The nodding. I know that well.
But you know what helped most?
What?
Listening. Just listening more. Not trying to speak more. Not studying grammar more. Just listening to English at work. Listening to how people said things. The rhythm. The pace. What words came up again and again?
And slowly it came naturally.
Slowly. It took time. But it came.
There's no shortcut, but there is a path. And listening is a big part of it.
If you're listening right now and feeling like, my English is not good enough, please hear this. Listening is learning. Right now. In this moment. You are learning.
You don't have to speak yet. You don't have to write anything down. You don't have to remember everything. Just listening is enough.
The brain is working. Storing patterns. Sounds. Phrases. One day those phrases will come out at the right moment. Naturally.
No pressure. Just listen. And trust the process.
Trust the process. That's a real workplace phrase too.
It is. It means believe in the steps you're taking even when you can't see the results yet.
The project is moving slowly, but we need to trust the process.
Or, my English feels stuck right now, but I trust the process.
Both real. Both useful.
Okay. There's something that comes up at work that can be hard for anyone learning English.
What's that?
When you don't understand something, someone says something and you missed it, and you have to respond.
The dangerous nod. You nod like you understood, but you have no idea what just happened.
Huh. The dangerous nod.
Don't do that.
Don't pretend. Because if you nod when you don't understand, things usually get worse.
You say yes. Then you go do the wrong thing. You miss the deadline. You send the email to the wrong person.
So ask again. And there are good ways to do it.
Simple. Sorry, could you say that again? Polite. Normal. Fine to say.
Or, I'm sorry, I missed that. Could you repeat it?
Or, just to make sure I understood, you mean this, right? And then you say what you think they meant.
That last one is powerful. You're showing you were listening. You just want to confirm.
Let's practice. Talk to me, Sage. Give me a work instruction.
The report needs to go to the client before end of day. Make sure you copy Sandra because she's the new main contact for that account.
Sorry, just to make sure I understood. I send the report before 5. And I copy Sandra. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Sandra's the new contact.
Got it. Thank you.
Natural. Easy. And people are almost always happy when you ask for clarification.
Clarification. Let's say what that word means.
Clarification means making something clear. Making sure you understood correctly.
Can you give me some clarification on this? Very professional.
Or, I need clarification before I move forward.
Or, thank you for the clarification. When someone explains something to you.
And the verb to clarify. Could you clarify what you mean by that?
Simple. Useful. Every day at work.
Okay, meetings. Let's talk about meetings. Because that's where most people feel the most pressure.
Yes. More people. Higher pressure. You have to respond quickly. No time to think.
But in most meetings, you don't have to say a lot. You just need 2 or 3 good sentences at the right time.
How do you join the conversation? How do you enter?
I'd like to add something. Simple. Polite. Everyone stops and listens.
Or, if I can jump in for a second. A little more casual. Still professional.
Or, can I share my thoughts on this? Respectful. Calm.
These phrases work even if your comment is one sentence. Even one idea.
If I can jump in, I think the timeline might need to be longer. That's all.
Short. Simple. But you joined. Your manager and your team now know. This person has ideas. This person is here.
That matters for your career. Speaking up, even a little, makes a difference.
What if you want to agree with someone in a meeting?
I agree with what Sage said. Very simple.
Or, that's a great point. Friendly. Encouraging.
Or, I think that's the right approach. A bit more formal.
And if you want to disagree, gently?
Use however. Or, but I wonder if.
That's a great point. However, I wonder if the budget will allow for that.
Or, I see what you mean. But maybe we should check with the client first.
You're not saying you're wrong. You're saying, I have a different thought. Let's consider it.
Respectful disagreement. A real skill at work.
And the words are simple. The skill is big.
Let's practice a short meeting moment. Ash, you're in the meeting. I'll start.
Ready.
I think we should move the project deadline from Friday to next Wednesday. Give the team more time.
If I can jump in, I think that could work. But I want to make sure the client is okay with the change. Have we confirmed with them?
Good point. I'll reach out to them today.
Great. Thank you.
Short. Confident. One question. One contribution. That's enough.
And the manager said, good point. That means your contribution was valued.
When someone says good point at work, it's a small moment. But it feels good. And it encourages you to speak again next time.
The more you speak up, even a little, the easier it gets. Every single time.
The first time is always the hardest.
The second time is easier. And the 10th time, you barely think about it.
That's the automatic stage. It takes time, but it comes. No pressure.
Let's talk about emails now. Written English at work.
Some people find emails easier. You have time to think. You can rewrite.
But some people find emails harder. Because it's written. It feels permanent. It has to be perfect.
And then they spend 45 minutes on one email that should take 5.
So let's make emails simple. Every professional email has 3 parts. Opening. Middle. Closing.
Opening, you greet the person and say why you're writing.
Middle, you give the information or ask the question.
Closing, you thank them, say what happens next, and say goodbye.
3 parts. That's all.
For the opening, I hope you're doing well. Classic. Everyone knows it. Friendly.
Or, thank you for your email. If you're replying.
Or, I'm writing to follow up on our meeting yesterday. Direct. Professional.
I'm writing to is the most useful opener at work. You can use it for almost anything.
I'm writing to share the project update.
I'm writing to ask about the deadline.
I'm writing to confirm our meeting time.
Same starter. Different ending. Easy to adapt.
For the closing, please let me know if you have any questions. Very common. Very professional.
Or, looking forward to hearing from you. Warm.
Or, please feel free to reach out if you need anything. Open and welcoming.
And to sign off, best regards. Or just, best. Or, kind regards.
For a more casual email, thanks or many thanks works fine.
Let's put it all together. Sage, say a short email out loud.
Hi, Sarah. I hope you're doing well. I'm writing to confirm our meeting on Thursday at 2 o'clock. Please let me know if this time still works for you. Looking forward to speaking with you. Best regards, Sage.
That took about 15 seconds. And it's a complete professional email.
No complicated words. No long sentences. Clear. Polite. Professional.
Let's say those 3 words together. Clear. Polite. Professional.
Clear. Polite. Professional.
If your email is those 3 things, you're doing great.
Ash, I want to bring up something that a lot of people feel but don't say.
What's that?
That feeling of being stuck. With English. Where you practice for months and feel like nothing is changing.
That feeling is real. And very common.
You put in time. You listen. You study. You go to work. And you still freeze.
And that moment of freezing makes you feel like all your practice was wasted.
But it wasn't. It really wasn't.
That feeling of being stuck has a name. A plateau.
A plateau is when progress slows down. Or feels like it stops. Even though you are still improving.
Like you've been climbing a hill. And suddenly the ground feels flat. You feel like you're not going up anymore.
But you're still on the hill. Just on a flat section. Soon you'll start climbing again.
Sales hit a plateau this quarter. That's how you'd hear it at work.
Or, my English felt like a plateau for months. Then suddenly I noticed I was understanding more.
The plateau breaks. It always does. If you keep going.
Keep going. Even on the hard days. Even when it feels like nothing is working.
And be kind to yourself. Learning another language as an adult and using it at work, that is genuinely difficult.
Give yourself credit for trying.
And the fact that you are here, listening right now, means you care. You are investing in yourself.
Investing. Another useful work word. You put in time or energy now to get something better later.
I invested 2 years in learning English. Now I can talk to clients from anywhere in the world.
Or, listening to this podcast, you're not wasting time. You're investing in your future.
That's true. Every minute you listen is a minute invested.
Okay, let's do something practical. Real phrases. Situations you'll face at work.
I'll give the situation. You give the phrase.
Ready.
Your manager asks if you finished a task, but you haven't.
I'm still working on it. I'll have it done by end of day.
Good. Honest. Calm. No panic.
Your turn. A coworker sends you a task, but the instructions aren't clear.
Thank you for sending this. Could you clarify what you need before the deadline?
Perfect. Polite. Clear question.
You're in a meeting and want to share your opinion.
If I can jump in, I think we should consider the budget before we decide.
Confident. Professional.
Someone gives you feedback on your work. It's a little hard to hear.
Thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board.
Take that on board. Let's pause there.
Yes. To take something on board means, I received your comment. I will think about it. I will use it.
It's a professional way to receive feedback. Even feedback that is hard.
Because at work, feedback is part of the job. Everyone gets it. The best employees take it well.
Thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board. Say it.
Thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board.
One more time.
Thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board.
Good. That phrase can change how people see you at work. It shows you're professional. You're not defensive. You want to improve.
Last situation. You're going to be late with a deadline.
I wanted to let you know I'm running a bit behind on this. I'll have it ready by tomorrow morning.
Running behind means I'm slower than planned.
But the phrase sounds calm, in control, not panicked.
And you gave a new time, tomorrow morning. So the manager knows what to expect.
Managers like that. Don't just say, I'm late. Say, I'm late and here is when I will finish.
Very practical.
Let's go through all 5 phrases quickly.
I'm still working on it. I'll have it done by end of day.
Could you clarify what you need before the deadline?
If I can jump in, I think we should consider the budget.
Thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board.
I'm running a bit behind. I'll have it ready by tomorrow morning.
5 phrases. All professional. All natural. All usable tomorrow.
Pick one. Just one. Try to use it this week at work. Just once.
And notice how it feels. Most likely, it will go fine.
Sage, let's talk about something that happens a lot at work. Introducing yourself.
Oh yes. This one comes up more than people expect.
New job. New team. New client. New meeting. And someone says, "Can you introduce yourself?"
And suddenly your brain goes blank.
Even in your own language, introducing yourself can feel awkward.
But in English at work, there is a very simple structure. And once you know it, it never feels hard again.
What is the structure?
3 things. Your name, your role, one thing you do or are working on.
That's all?
That's all. Hi, I'm Sage. I work in the marketing team. Right now I'm focused on our social media content for the next quarter.
Short. Clear. People know who you are, what you do, and what you're working on.
And you can change the third part depending on the situation. If it's a new job, I just joined last week and I'm still getting to know the team.
If it's a client meeting, I handle the project on your account.
If it's a big company event, I work in the London office, mostly on finance.
The structure stays the same. The details change.
Let's practice. Ash, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ash. I work in the operations team. Right now, I'm managing our new supplier contracts.
Perfect. Confident. Professional. Maybe 15 seconds.
You don't need more than that. People don't want a long story when you introduce yourself. They want to know who you are and what you do.
And then, they will ask more if they want to know more.
One more useful phrase for introductions. Nice to meet you. I've heard good things.
Oh, people love hearing that.
Huh. Yes. Everyone wants to hear. I've heard good things. It's warm. It's friendly. And it immediately makes the other person feel comfortable.
Or, nice to meet you. I look forward to working with you.
Professional. Positive. Perfect for a first day or a new team.
And if you forget someone's name, which happens to everyone, you can say, I'm sorry, could you remind me of your name?
Not, I forgot your name. That sounds a little rude.
Right. Could you remind me of your name is polite. And people don't mind at all.
Okay. Phone calls and video calls. Let's talk about those.
Yes, because a lot of workplace English happens on calls now.
And calls are harder in some ways. You can't see the person's face. You can't read their body language.
So you have to be more clear with your words.
How do you start a professional call?
Very simply. Hi, this is Sage calling from the marketing team. Is this a good time to talk?
Always check if it's a good time. That's polite and practical.
Because if the other person is in the middle of something, they'll be distracted the whole call. Better to reschedule.
And, is this a good time? They'll either say yes or they'll say, actually, can I call you back in 10 minutes?
And then you say, of course, no problem. I'll wait for your call.
Simple. Professional. No stress.
If you call someone and they don't pick up, leave a short voicemail. A lot of people skip the voicemail and just hang up.
But a voicemail shows professionalism.
It does. A good voicemail, your name, why you called, your number.
Hi, this is Ash from the operations team. I'm calling about the supplier meeting on Friday. Please call me back when you get a chance. My number is...
Short. All the important information. Easy for the person to follow up.
And on a video call, if you can't hear someone, just say, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it?
Didn't catch that is very natural. It means I missed what you said.
Or if there's a technical problem. Sorry, I think we have a bad connection. I missed the last part.
No one blames you for a bad connection. Technology has problems. Just ask them to repeat.
And if you need a moment to think on a call, that's a good question. Let me think for a second.
That's very professional. It shows you're not rushing. You're thinking carefully.
Much better than silence and then a confused answer.
Right. Let me think for a second buys you a little time. And it sounds calm.
How do you end a call professionally?
Thanks for your time today. I'll follow up by email. Very clean.
Or, good talking to you. Speak soon.
Or, thanks, I'll get back to you on that.
3 good ways to end a call. All natural. All professional.
Let's do a quick practice call.
Okay. I'll call you.
Go ahead.
Hi, Sage. This is Ash. Is this a good time?
Hi, Ash. Yes, perfect timing. What's up?
I just wanted to check in about the Friday meeting. Is the room still booked?
Yes, it's confirmed. Same room as last time.
Great. And is the client coming in person or joining by video?
In person. They confirmed yesterday.
Perfect. Thanks for checking. Good talking to you.
You too. See you Friday.
Short, purposeful, professional. The call had a reason. It had a result. And it ended cleanly.
That's the goal of every work call. Clear purpose. Clear result. Clean ending.
Now, one more common workplace situation. Thanking people.
Oh, this is important. And people don't always know how to do it beyond just thank you.
Because thank you is fine. But sometimes at work, you want to say a little more.
When someone helped you with something difficult, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. That's warmer than just thank you. It shows the help meant something.
Or, I couldn't have done it without your help.
Strong, genuine, and people remember that.
When someone completes a task quickly, thank you for turning that around so fast.
Turning that around means finishing a task quickly and sending it back.
Very common phrase at work. Can you turn this around by 3 o'clock? Means can you finish it and send it by 3?
Or, thanks for turning that around. That was fast.
When a coworker helped you in a meeting, thanks for backing me up in there.
Backing me up means supporting me, agreeing with me, standing behind my idea.
Thanks for backing me up. I wasn't sure how the manager would react.
Very natural. Very real. That's something coworkers say to each other.
And when someone gives you their time, thank you for making time for this. I know you're busy.
That phrase shows respect. You're saying, I know your time is valuable. I appreciate that you gave some of it to me.
People feel seen when you say that.
Okay, deadlines. Let's talk about deadline language.
Yes, because at work, deadlines are everywhere, and you need the right words around them.
How do you ask about a deadline?
When do you need this by? Simple. Direct.
Or, what's the deadline for this task?
Or, is there a hard deadline or is it flexible?
Hard deadline means it cannot move. This is the date. Final.
Flexible means it can change a little. There is some room.
Knowing the difference matters. Because if a deadline is hard, you plan differently than if it's flexible.
Exactly. And managers appreciate when you ask. It shows you're thinking about the work seriously.
When you confirm a deadline. Understood. I'll have it ready by Friday at noon.
Specific. Clear. The manager knows exactly what to expect.
When a deadline might change. Just to let you know, there might be a small delay. I'll know more by tomorrow.
Early warning. That's professional. Don't wait until the deadline passes. Tell the manager before.
Right. Managers don't love surprises. They love information.
And when you finish before the deadline, I finished the report early. Just send it over.
That feels good to say.
It does. And it feels good for the manager to hear.
A few deadline phrases. Let's say them quickly.
When do you need this by?
Is there a hard deadline or is it flexible?
I'll have it ready by Friday at noon.
Just to let you know, there might be a small delay.
I finished early. Just send it over.
5 phrases. All practical. All things you might say this week.
Ash, let's talk about one more thing before the story. Working with people from different backgrounds.
Yes. In many workplaces today, your team is international. Your coworkers come from different countries, different cultures.
And that's a good thing. But it also means communication requires more care.
What do you mean?
For example, in some cultures, saying no directly to a manager is very uncomfortable. People find ways to say no without saying no.
And in other cultures, being direct is normal, expected, even respectful.
So when you work in a team with people from different places, you need to listen carefully. And sometimes ask a clarifying question.
If someone says, that might be difficult, they might actually mean, no, I can't do that.
Or if someone is very quiet in a meeting, they might have many ideas. But their culture says, wait to be asked.
So a good phrase for your manager or team lead. Does anyone want to add anything? Or, Sage, do you have any thoughts on this?
Inviting people, not waiting for them to push forward.
That's good leadership. And even if you're not the manager, you can do it.
Mira, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
That small sentence can change someone's whole day.
And for yourself, if you feel like you're not being heard, you can say, I'd like to share something, if that's okay.
Gentle, but clear. You're asking for the floor, for a moment to speak.
Most people will say, of course, go ahead. And then you speak.
Just like Mira. 1 sentence. 7 words.
1 sentence can be enough.
Sage, let's talk about one more real situation. Performance reviews.
Oh, yes. Those come once or twice a year at most companies. And they can feel very stressful.
The manager sits with you. They talk about your work. What went well? What needs to improve?
And you have to respond. In English. About your own performance.
What do you say when the manager asks, how do you think you've done this year?
One good phrase, overall I feel I've made good progress, especially with, and then you name one specific thing.
Overall, I feel I've made good progress, especially with managing client communication.
You're not saying you're perfect. You're saying I grew. In this specific area.
And then you can add, There are areas I want to keep developing. That shows self-awareness.
Self-awareness at work means you understand your own strengths and weaknesses.
Managers really value that. Someone who knows what they're good at and what they need to work on.
If the manager gives you a challenging comment, go back to "I'll take that on board."
Yes. Don't argue. Don't get defensive. Just, thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board.
And if you want to ask for something like more training or a new responsibility, a review is a good time.
I'd love to develop my skills in project management. Is there an opportunity for that?
Direct, professional, polite.
Not demanding. Not passive. Just, I have a goal. I'm asking about it.
Managers respect that.
A few review phrases, quickly.
Overall, I feel I've made good progress, especially with
There are areas I want to keep developing.
"Thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board."
I'd love to develop my skills in. Is there an opportunity for that?
For phrases, for a moment that comes once or twice a year but feels very important.
Preparation helps. And knowing these phrases, you walk in feeling ready.
Not perfect. Ready.
There's a difference.
A big difference.
Ash, I want to tell you a short story.
Go ahead.
I have a colleague. Let's call her Mira.
Okay.
Mira came to her job about 2 years ago. Her English was okay, but she felt very unsure.
How?
Every meeting, she sat at the back. She typed her ideas into her phone, but never said them out loud.
I've been there.
She told me people were nice. Nobody was mean. But she still felt like, if I speak, they'll notice my accent. They'll see my mistakes.
That fear of being judged.
Yes. One day her manager pulled her aside after a meeting. The manager said, Mira, I see you writing things down. I can tell you have ideas, but I never hear you. I want to hear your thoughts.
That must have been a moment.
Mira said her face went red. But also, she felt something good. Her manager noticed. Her manager cared.
That's what a good manager does.
So Mira tried. In the next meeting, she said one sentence. Just one.
What did she say?
I think we need more time for testing. 7 words.
7 words.
2 people said, Yeah, I agree. The manager wrote it down.
7 words. And they mattered.
After that meeting, Mira said she felt something shift. Small, but real.
Because she saw my ideas count. Even with my accent. Even with my grammar that isn't perfect.
2 years later, Mira runs her own team meetings. She speaks confidently. Not perfectly, but confidently.
That's the journey. One sentence at a time. One meeting at a time.
And if you're listening, you are probably closer to Mira's stage than you think. You just can't see it yet.
Growth is slow and quiet, but it's real.
Let's bring everything together. A gentle review.
Go ahead.
Morning greetings. Good morning. How are you? Busy day ahead? Warm. Simple. Human.
And let me just get settled when you need a moment before you can help someone.
Asking for help. Can I ask you something quickly? Could I get your input on this?
Giving updates. Just to give you a quick update short. Then the main point.
Short responses. Sounds good. Got it. On it. Will do. Noted. Absolutely.
Speaking in meetings. If I can jump in, I'd like to add something. Can I share my thoughts?
Agreeing. That's a great point. I agree. I see what you mean. However,
Emails. Opening. Middle. closing, clear, polite, professional.
When you don't understand. Sorry, could you repeat that? Just to make sure I understood.
When you feel stuck, remember, it's a plateau. Keep going. Be kind to yourself.
Receiving feedback. Thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board.
When you're running behind, I'm running a bit behind. I'll have it ready by tomorrow morning.
And the word of the day, fluent. Fluently. Automatic.
You're becoming more fluent every day. Every single day.
Even today. Even right now.
Ash, before we close, I want to say something directly to the person listening.
Go ahead.
If you're on your way to work right now, I hope your day goes well.
If you're on your lunch break, thank you for spending a little of it with us.
If you're after work, tired, maybe on the couch, you showed up today. That matters.
If it's late and everything is quiet, I hope this was a calm moment.
You are learning. Even when you can't feel it. Even when it seems slow.
English at work will come. It came to Mira. It came to us. It will come to you.
Not tomorrow, maybe. Not this week. But it will come.
One conversation at a time.
One brave sentence at a time.
One. Sounds good. One. Dot it. One. Just to give you a quick update.
That's how fluency is built. Quietly. Steadily.
Your small challenge for this week. Just one.
Choose one phrase from today.
Maybe. Sounds good. Maybe. Let me just get settled. Maybe. Thank you for the feedback. I'll take that on board.
Write it somewhere you can see it tomorrow morning.
And find one moment this week, at work, to use it. Just once.
Notice how it feels. Most likely, it goes fine.
And that small good feeling, hold it. Let it make you want to try again next week.
One phrase. One moment. One small win.
That's how confident workplace English is built.
Slowly. Steadily. With kindness toward yourself.
This was Speak at Work. I'm Ash.
And I'm Sage. Take care of yourself this week.
Get some sleep.
Drink your water.
And speak a little English tomorrow. Just a little. That's enough.
See you next time.
Bye everyone.
Bye.